Hi, I'm trying to get some things under control right now as I get some things ready to go. I'm not really sure if you see me or not. I am in the process of trying to get everything under wraps and ready to roll. So you may see camera one, camera two. And I apologize because my stand just broke. My stand just broke. That's so frustrating. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna try a couple things, so just give me a minute. My stand broke. I'm so frustrated with this. So if you're on, I'm getting ready to do a live, and I want to talk to you guys about some questions that I have been receiving. And if we can just get those questions answered, that might work. That might work. Oh, I have another idea. I hope it works, but if it doesn't, at least you know I tried. If it doesn't, at least you know I've tried. If you're coming on, because it didn't even get a chance to allow me to know if anyone has come on as of yet. So if you could give me just a minute, I'm still setting up. I'm going to ask you to give me about 5 minutes, then we're gonna edit this out when it for the other parts, because I really want to get some very important information that I believe that everyone can benefit from. Especially if you are a parent or if you are one that wanted to gain any information or gather information for your children, as we are in the process of understanding and developing what we're doing. And I am going to ask you to share this content. And I hope that this content is going to be relevant enough for you to be able to use it and gain insight as we continue to talk about some of the most important aspects of learning, growth, and development for children. I'm going to leave it here because I can't even go any further than this. I've tried. So we're going to go from there. And if you are on, you may see me hold one camera because my main one has just fallen apart on me. So it's very frustrating to me. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Babs Alexander. I am your international vocal and career coach, and I am here to help you as you continue to grow and develop your children into their careers and understanding what it is that they need. And this content that I'm going to give you today is one that I think is very important because a lot of times when we're starting to get our kids into singing, there's some questions. Should we do it? Should we not? Why should we? And how important is it? There's a lot of questions there, and I really want to help you talk about that, go through it. I think it's going to help you as a individual in learning what we're doing, so you can be effective. I'm going to try to bring some people on the screen. I don't know how to do that very well yet. But I am going to, if you do have comments, I ask you to leave them in the chat, or make those conversations now, and I will be able to do it. Okay. So I'm going to be able to do some things. I'm going to put the camera up and down because I am in the process of holding we got 2, and I'm working on the 3rd. All right. So without further ado there, I'm going to get started. I'm just going to my beautiful TikTok, of which, of course, TikTok wanna tell me about all the people that's on right now. Okay, so wait a minute. How you do this? Y'all know I'm not real good at this thing, but I am wanting to give you some information. All right. So I'm going to start over in 3, 2, 1. Hi, this is Babs Alexander, your international vocal and career coach. I am here to help you to grow into the individuals that you already are. But I just want to make sure I'm able to help you to ease it up a little bit so you know what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you want to get there. All right. Today's topic is, when should my child start voice lessons? Or should my child even be able to start voice lessons? I really want to talk about that a little bit. And if you think this information or content is good for anyone, I do ask you to share it. Please share it so people can be able to get the information that is quality for them, so they can be able to help their kids. Now, I don't know. I did some experiments with my sister. And I did it with 2 kids, the last 2 kids. One of the children, I started her, I started her before she got here. And I had my sister to start listening to classical music. I wanted to see if the baby would calm, and what would she do when she did. After she got here, I would go, you know how the baby's cool? So I started going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Did you ever realize when you first, and I want you to think about this, when you first got into the world, I have never heard a baby go hoarse. I have never heard a baby go hoarse. Please share this out, because this is going to help a lot of you. All right. I've never heard a baby go hoarse, because a baby comes in already lying on their backs or what have you, and they're able to blow and they can breathe. Actually, I started this with Angel, and I just wanted to hear where they can, do they modulate, or do they go a little bit higher? And, with Angel, and if she's listening, make sure you comment, Angel, because these people don't believe what I'm saying. Angel, now she was much older, and she was about maybe 3 or 4, and she'll go, ah! And so I would match her. So Angel would get angry and go, ah! I said, wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be modulating this stuff. What's going on at such a young age, already understanding how to be able to raise a pitch? She was just angry. She didn't really understand the necessary facts of what is this and what's happening. She was doing these things, but she developed her voice at an early age. When you allow a child to cry, and I know you don't want them crying, but when you allow a child to cry, check it out, it develops their vocal cords. They are being able to sing. Don't let them cry forever, though. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's be real. All right. But it does help them, And another thing, while they're little, one thing you can do is while they're doing the all right, they can do that. When you're doing here, all right. By the time one of my nieces, started to really understand it, she was 6 months old. All right. She was already going. After that, she kept trying. She kept trying. So will a child mimic you? Yes, they will. When can a child mimic you? Well, many of them start as early as you're doing something. And they try to do it. They try to form it. All right. Some letters are harder than others, but they're trying to get there, and it's always, if you notice, a lot of them will go with that tongue, da, 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 da. Why? Because it's easy. They don't have to use their lips and their teeth because the formulation of it is so early. All right. A couple of other things I want to make sure you understand, because I don't want to make this a long live, but if you relate to anything I'm saying, I'm asking you to hit the like, hit the shares, and please talk back with me. I want to hear from you. Again, number one, I've never had a child. Number two, I have been around children all my life from birth all the way up. So I took other people's children and taught them how to sing early. So it gave me an opportunity to learn. And I went from one child to the next. So the more children they had, the more excited I got, because I got a chance to really teach them how to connect with the child, how to get the child to be able to start moving their mouths to do different things and do different sounds. And it was so exciting to be able to hear that. Very young, but while very young, they were able to start to do things. The more I don't know if you, and if you don't, you can do a YouTube search. The one child that I'm talking about is Vivica. You'll see a Mommy and Me, Barbara Alexander. She was 1 year old by the time I put her on a camera, but she was 6 months old, screaming while I was doing hairspray because she heard my voice while I was on the stage. And that was the night she finally got lip trills. That was the night she learned lip trills. So I was really excited to be able to see how children learn, how children grow in order to be able to do some of these things. All right. So when you start doing different things with the kids, it helps them to form their voice. They can form the voice. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. And then here it is. They're already doing different things. One thing I ask you to do is don't overdo it with a child because they're still developing their voices. So you don't really want to start them in the voice lessons at a very, very early age. I would say about 5. At 5 years old, and then every child is different. Please understand that. Every child can't handle it at 5, okay? But at 5, they're starting to hear, they're starting to match some pitches, do little songs. If you think about it and you're looking to see if you can help the child, at the beginning, you guys are singing Mary Had Her Little Lamb, London Bridges Fall. I don't know what they're singing these days. My little niece is listening to Gracie's Corner, which I thought that was the greatest thing ever, because I didn't know the little kids had already started with the hip hop. She's almost turning 1, and every time Gracie get on, she starts the dancing. So she starts dancing. She loves dancing more than she loves singing already, and she's not even 1 year old. So kids are funny and they will do some things. So get in the Mommy and Me classes. Make sure that you get a chance to have that music time together with your children. So therefore, we can help you to cultivate. And if you're with the Westville Performing Arts Center, make sure that you come on over. And that's in New Haven, Connecticut, okay? I think we should, listen, Make sure you comment. Let me know if you're interested in us doing some of these things online. We could do some things like this online for you, so you can be able to start to see how your children will react. All children are different. You know, your child may be one of a kind. So I want you to be able to do some things like that. When you're singing and you want to be able to get them out of the shyness stage, what I would ask you to do is to allow them to sing. And while they're singing with you, make sure that that they're singing with the songs there, and then get into some groups like I'm telling you right now. Now they're singing with others. Before they were singing with you, they were singing with the TV. Now they're singing with other kids, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, this is so exciting. What's happening? You're starting to break them out of their shells already. And they're starting to do things with you and with others, okay? If they like to make videos, which the new world is all into the video thing, let them sing songs with you online. Let them enjoy themselves at this early age. We're talking about toddlers. We're talking about little ones, okay? If you notice, and you see my YouTube, I don't know, and parent, whoever the parent is of that little girl that I did the duet with, thank you so much for allowing us to do a duet. Your child has a beautiful voice. She looks like she's about 2 or 3, but the child's voice is already started to develop. You can immediately hear it. She even has a natural vibrato, and it's so nice to be able to hear things. You don't have to teach them something like that, because if you start to hear it, they already know it. Why? Because it's something they've been playing with, and for you know it, voila, these things are happening. So that's a wonderful thing. And as expressive as she was, and where her voice was already, she's only about 2 or 3, but she's already about ready for some voice lessons, just to do a few little things. Don't go too crazy with it. Don't go too crazy with it. They're babies, okay? You want them to enjoy singing. Don't run the child away from, oh my God, my mama drive me crazy. Sing this, sing that, sing this, sing that. For you know what, they don't want to sing anymore. I want you to do things. That's why I tell you to get in groups now, so you can allow them to enjoy the time. And then when it's time for other things, you'll see how things change for you. So they'll know whether they're leaving away from that for a while. Maybe they're going into dance or going into playing an instrument or whatever. But let them have a good time with this. All right. When they get to be 5 years old, they start to get into that little belting. They're starting to understand it. I like to talk to them about this at that age, because I don't want them to overdo it, but I do want them to experience what a belt is, so they can be able to understand what to do with it and how far to go, and don't go too much. We don't want to be tearing anything, okay? We don't want to tear any kind of vocal cords or whatever. We want them to develop healthy. All right. So I surely hope that I was able to shed some light on the information I gave you, as far as when should a child start voice lessons and what can you do with the voice at an early age with your children. This has been Babs Alexander, your international vocal coach, teaching you fun voice lessons for kids. Listen, I have a segment coming up on Thursday, and it is loaded. My gym people can tell you it's loaded, because I'm in the gym doing kind of crazy stuff, because that's me. I love children, and I love helping them be able to find fun, exciting ways for them to get their voices out. If you have not registered your child for fun voice lessons with kids, another group interaction, I would recommend ages at least 5 and above to take these classes. Make sure you log on to internationalvocalcoach.com. That's internationalvocalcoach.com. This way, you can go in and you can sign up for the class, so we can get you in. That class will include 3 group lessons and 1 one-on-one lesson with me. Okay, so you'll get a chance to do that. All right. Anybody have any questions before I leave? Please let me know at this time. This is your chance. Now I'm on 3 different things. So this is an opportunity for any one of you to ask any of your questions that you may have concerning the voice for children, or a voice for yourself. Anyone have any questions? No questions? Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm going to do something at least once a week. I was trying to do it every day, but I see it was a bit much running several companies. So I can do something once a week, and let me know what time will be the best time for me to communicate and converse with you so I can be able to be an asset. Okay. Thanks so much. I am forming a new symposium that should be coming up right before the end of the year, if we can get all of the participants together so we can be able, hey Cliff, so we can be able to get the participants together so those participants can be able to talk to you right in the comfort of their living rooms about helping you to win your auditions. Okay, without further ado, thank you so much. This has been Babs Alexander. Bye. Hey. Hey, guys. All right, guys. So listen, my group here, which is my YouTube fam, please make sure you click like and subscribe. We want you to continue to make sure this grows and go out. I want to be able to empower you, to help you, so you can be able to go out and dominate society with your voice. All right. I do know. And thank you so much, guys, from South Africa. I got you. From China, I got you. From Australia, I got you. From Brazil, I got you. From Switzerland, I got you. From London, I got you. So, guys, I have been getting your messages. And I know someone just sent in some questions for me. I did answer those questions, and hopefully that gets back to you. About that transitioning voice and the transitioning voice when it comes to growing and maturing. That information was sent back to you, and I answered that questions. So if you do have questions, feel free to ask. But if you want to help with your voice and you want to help grow in your voice, you want to understand your language a little bit more, or understand to be able to do it, it's not only just myself, but I also have my partner, Dr. Lisa Bryce, and she's here to even educate us even more. She's going, I think her lessons are on Tuesdays. Today is Tuesday, about the I think she's doing Italian right now, so she's going from language to language. She's an opera singer, and she is helping develop and cultivate your voices. So if you have not registered for those classes, then you need to log on to internationalvocalcoach.com. If you're looking for me to be able to come to your country and to speak on your platform, then you need to check out babspeaks.com. That's Babs, BABSPEAKS.com. Okay. And you will see where you can book me for your engagement. Without further ado, thank you very much. This has been Babs, your international vocal coach, giving much love to